Hi, this is Tom Muro with World Class Coaching and another in our series of animated drills. Today, what I want to do is something a little different. I want to share some game footage taken with the VO soccer camera. You can check the camera out at vo.co. And I want to focus in on the goal kicks taken by both teams. So we're talking about building from the back, and I'll show you a couple of different methods. And it's good in this game because we play different formations, the two teams. So you can see how my team builds from the back in one formation and how the other team builds in the other. So with the VO camera, you can see there's a bunch of dots here. Indicate highlights that I've created, goals, halftime, start of the game, and so on. So let's look at the first goal kick. So in the first goal kick, what you'll notice first of all is that you've got the goalkeeper, you've got the number 4 here, we've got the number 2 here, not as wide as she should be or facing forward. We've got the number 5 here, another center back, bit too wide, frankly, but I do like that her body is, becoming open to the field. She's back behind the ball a little bit, making it easy for the goalkeeper. I actually like to have her take a step back. Then we've got the number 3 on the outside here that could be, she's dropping back right now, but she could get back a little quicker and open up. So we play in a 4, 3, and 1. So you can't see all of our midfield players, but that's the basic formation we play from. So it makes it easy to open up. I just like her to get a bit closer and be a bit more supportive. But it's early in the season, so we're still working things out. So she plays the ball out short. Now, one option, obviously, is to play the ball out. Right? But if this player cuts that ball off, then playing a through ball is a perfectly good option. So she plays a through ball into one of the midfield players, actually, who ends up keeping the ball and moving it forward. So let's just look at that one more time. If I keep it on this smaller view, then it'll loop that for us so we can kind of see it again. So we play the ball short. She opens up. That defender cuts it off, so we play through. And then we're able to get the ball up the field. So that's one example. Let's look at a second one. So again, player's a bit too wide. We need to get her closer so she's a bit more supportive. This time the ball, she thought about it, didn't she? But she didn't play out there probably because she's too far away. So this time the player takes the ball to the outside, and we do find that wide player. Trying to find the player in the middle just doesn't come off. So it just takes a bit too long to do it. Obviously, these are 2010s. U11 players are still kind of figuring the game out and trying to, understand all the principles and make the right decisions, let alone just have the right, technique oftentimes is a challenge. So, but the goal kick in and of itself, it was a good start. We need to get her closer to have more options. We also need to notice this number 6 that was wide open here. She was wide open in the beginning and then again, which is great that she was there. And then we need to find her a bit quicker. So let's look at the third goal kick. This third one is by the other team. And the reason I want to show this is they play 3 in the back. So they bring their center back into the middle, and then they have their 2 outside backs wide. Now, I think this is a bit tougher because they don't have their midfielders dropping to open up as much as I think they should. And I think that this number 6 should be a little bit more active. Hands on the hips is always a sign to me that she's not ready to play. So we play the ball out short there, they do, and they just, don't really deal with it very well, but it shows the formation, which is really what I wanted to show at the beginning. So let's look at the fourth one. They do a bit better job with this. So we've got this player a bit wider. We're a bit more spread out. She finds the outside player. All right. I'd love to see her go back to that player and go to the other side, but that's a confidence thing for young players too. But again, just showing the example, if you're going to play out of the back with 3, then that's a good way to show it. So let's look at our next goal kick. That's the one we looked at before. Let's look at one more. All right, and so this is the second half with my team a bit tighter in. We talked about it at halftime, so that's good. All right, and we look for a ball this time through, which is fine. Also something we talked about. I think maybe she forced it a bit there, but the 4 deals with it well, gets it out to the 2, and now we're playing. So can we get it in here? The good effort, we just don't quite connect. But I like the ideas from that goal kick because we set up for it well. I do like that we're recognizing, is the 6 open in this space? If that ball was passed to the safe side of the 6, we might have been able to deal with it a little bit better, but she had a player coming on the inside too. So it's one of those things where you talk about a situation and then the players, try to make that happen, even if it might not be on in that scenario. But hopefully these give you some ideas with goal kicks, whether you're playing 4 in the back, whether you're playing, obviously if you're playing 2 in the back, you can do it, very similar to the way we do it with 4. If you're playing with 3 in the back, that you can use the example from the other team. So hopefully this gives you some ideas for ways that you can build from the back with your own teams.